one's gonna be watching it. All right, looks like both are in the room. Hello, guys. Welcome to the stream. This is Salted Bread's tournament. This is an S League qualifier match between Blink and Wumbo, two of the best players in the tournament. This is going to be, practice rollout for this commentation, how we're going to do it. We're going to, get a good feel on it. I'm here with Garbo. How you doing, Garbo?
Yeah, I'm good. Wait, is Blink joining the tournament too as a gatekeeper? Like after being a gatekeeper?
I hope he's in the tournament, but looks like they're jumping right into the action. So I'm gonna save a few introductions for a second from now. Blink starting out with some just some standard back-to-back spins, trying to test out and see what Wumbo's gonna throw at him. But Wumbo tossing his 4-wide, and it looks like he's got a pretty decent combo. Not the hugest, but it's going to be enough to put a lot of pressure on Blink. He has a good down stack.
Yeah, seemingly he was having a hard time getting that combo off. He had some awkward residue.
Yeah, and that actually gives Blink some time to survive. As soon as he clears these two lines, he's going to have probably a pretty good advantage in this match going forward. Looks like Wumbo is going to be able to do a Z-spin. No, he didn't get enough space to do that Z-spin.
He's got to get an attack ready, but he can't.
Yeah. So a little messy on Wumbo's end. He's going to have to warm up a little bit. So that's 1-0 Blink. And we're off to the second round. So we got a DT cannon versus another 4-wide start from Wumbo. Pretty nice build this time on both ends. Blink finishes DT cannon and
he's going for.
It looks like.
Yeah,
looks like it's a pretty good sequence for it too. So I think. Oh, okay. So we had the side 4-wide continuation from Blink to try to nullify some of this garbage. But
Wumbo's far ahead in the combo. It might
start
so
he's sending huge chunks.
Evening out. But
yeah,
no.
Gonna have any 15 combo from Wumbo is really strong and powerful, especially. So Garbo, how does it work when you're like 5 combos behind the opponent?
Well, because the combo table kind of starts plateauing at a certain point. I believe it's around 8, although, like, don't quote me on that. But if it's further ahead in the combo, let's say you kind of stall out, you start soft dropping a lot of pieces, then it isn't it can become detrimental if it's at the start. But if it's kind of towards the middle, it's not as bad since you'll reach that plateauing part better. But
so let's say if you're like 5 down in the combo, do you basically have to pray that the opponent like misses one, because he's going to start sending chunks way quicker than you?
Yeah, as I said before though, if you're the center for wide and it's towards the middle of the combo, you'll reach that spot where it just starts evening out a lot earlier.
And Wumbo just powers out some wins. Blink didn't even attempt for 4-wide in the last couple of rounds, and he kind of got overwhelmed by Wumbo's 4-wide there. So we're going on the second set. Wumbo is up 3-1. So so Garbo, so you're saying that if you're the second starting the combo, but you're doing the center 4-wide, you're in a good spot. But if you're doing the side 4-wide, you're probably kind of screwed.
As the side 4-wide, it's a lot easier to actually even out the top of your stack. So it'll be easier to downstack, hence stalling is a better strategy. Although Blink actually does not know how to stall, so
yeah, it looks like he's really struggling with this combo.
Yeah, we'll see if Wumbo takes advantage of Blink's lack of experience with 4-wide.
So in other games, you have a real shot at countering 4-wide if you send quick back-to-backs, and I think that's something that Blink was always really comfortable with. But in this game, you basically can't match the output without garbage canceling of the 4-wide, so you kind of really struggle unless you counter 4-wide yourself. So it looks like you were telling me that Blink has put in some time into the side 4-wide continuation. It looks like the side 4-wide specifically is a continuation for DT cannon. This is something that Amimia was known for, right? Am I correct about that?
Yeah. I think it was a 6-15 win for Amamaya. I think it's Amamaya, not Amimia.
Amimia.
Okay. I'll just say Amamaya because that's what I'm comfortable with. But yeah, I think it was 6-15 for Amamaya.
And
when
he was using the strategy that Blink is trying.
yeah, I'm not sure what went differently. I know there was a lot of stalling going on, and Amalaya like really milked that for what it could do for him. And I guess that was what worked, but Blink might have to find out what works for him, since his strategies are clearly not pulling through for him now.
It looks like Wumbo kind of didn't get the full combo with this one, so I think Blink has a chance to take this one back in mid-game for the first time in a few games. This is Blink's strong suit in mid-game, but Wumbo is no slouch. He's actually like really practiced. He's not just a four-wide king. I mean, he's a four-wide king, but he's not just a four-wide one-trick, is what I should probably say.
Yeah.
He also has really good mid-game strategies and timing, and he's a very efficient player in his own right. So it's not once. If Blink actually gets to mid-game, he still can struggle with the output of Wumbo here.
The majority
like
of Wumbo's practice has been streamed, so he actually kind of goes for something that's a lot more, I guess, entertainment-based. It's a lot like Greed. I wouldn't call it Greed, but it's a lot like it, just as making kind of flashy setups.
He's really comfortable in this game, like where I might be a little more timid, and because I'm not as comfortable with, like, I misdrop a lot and it kind of hurts me, so I'm kind of a little scared to go for a lot of things. I see Wumbo taking every single line he can to create an extra attack if it gives him an advantage, and he's probably one of the best I've watched consistently at doing that, and I think that's one of his very big strong suits. Whereas Blink, on the other hand, he kind of he'll have some really strong spikes. It looks like he might have the advantage. I think he's going to win this round, actually. So
yeah,
another win for Blink. So Blink has 2 wins versus how many is that? 5? 2 to 5. So I think sometimes Blink gets kind of in a lull where he doesn't actually send anything for a long time, while he's like messing around his field trying to get it into like trying to get into a rhythm or something. Whereas Wumbo is just really consistent all around, especially in this game. So
we see the misdrop from Blink. That might be a little bit of the latency that you get, like the little lag and dropped inputs that you get from tanking damage. You've probably noticed that. Although,
I think he just had a bad stack at the bottom. He didn't really have anything to start his combo with, so he's kind of like, didn't really know what to do, and I think it kind of hurt him here. So he's starting with a straight forward. He's not even going to the DT cannon. He accepts the Tetris here, and Wumbo doesn't have anything on his screen, so this is going to be a forward advantage for Blink. And
Blink's in the kind of safe spot where he can't get spiked anymore. He actually does something really clean. He digs through that garbage and gets back to the regular 4-wide 3 residue.
Yeah, I saw that. It was a really good placement. And a nice, easy 4-wide win for Blink. Wumbo had a kind of crazy start. Nothing really to counter any of that. Okay, so Blink's actually, Wumbo's actually going for a DT cannon. This is, I think, the first time I've been watching when I saw him, in this set at least, go for something not the 4-wide.
No, he did DT cannon before. He did a DT center 4-wide.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he actually learned that recently.
He has a lot to dig through here. Blink sent a lot of dirty garbage, and I don't think Wumbo's going to get out of this. With the line clear delay in this game, it's really hard to dig through this much material.
Yeah, and he doesn't have that much headroom to offset garbage. So
exactly. If you have enough headroom, you can make your own attacks to counter the enemy's attack as they come in. So it looks like he almost did a perfect clear, Blink did, but he just goes right for the side 4-wide against the center 4-wide from Wumbo.
Blink's kind of struggling with his stack a little, but he gets a really clean top of the stack. So down stacking will be a piece of cake for him. If
Blink's actually executing the combo faster here. It's gonna end here, it looks like. He doesn't have the pieces to get past this, so Wumbo might have the advantage. Doesn't look like it. He actually has both of the combos end around 9 or 10. So we might see some mid-game action here.
The difference is Wumbo still has combo feel to work with.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like he might get another 11. Oh wow! So that's a 10 combo and an 11 combo. You're not gonna counter that.
Yeah.
So what do you think of, in general, the side 4-wide versus the center 4-wide as a general strategy?
I think side four wide, as long as you're good. Actually, we're seeing. If I like might interrupt,
wide,
yeah, we're seeing the
Sorry.
5 wide here. It's interesting, but
Make it work.
yeah, he's actually not even doing that
Last
badly.
placement was bad. The
You,
green
you,
piece
you
there,
just
he
can't
placed
beat the
them
4
correctly.
wide though.
So
But
in general, let's say if you have two equally skilled players, one's doing the side four wide, one's doing the center wide. Who do you think has the advantage in this game? If they're the same speed, they place blocks at the same speed.
I think if both players are guaranteed to do the respective 4 wide, so center 4 wide and side 4 wide, the side 4 wide will definitely have the advantage.
Okay.
Because as I said before, it's a lot easier to stack the top of the side 4 wide flat than it is center 4 wide. Center 4 wide being very RNG based, but that means that side 4 wide will have a lot easier of a time down stacking and possibly getting a little bit more damage in from those extra lines that they get.
See, that's interesting because I always thought the exact opposite of what you're saying. I always thought the fact that center four wide is safer, it actually gives you a lot more opportunities to down stack and to get through bad situations, even if you mess up, just based on the fact that you don't have that impending death if you just do a single misdrop kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, actually, if they're both stacked up, if you misdrop as center 4 wide, that's still deadly to you, because the other person, they have the side 4 wide, and they can get past. They can get to the further combos where they can just offset Tetrises and stuff like it's nothing.
So, quick question: do you know the score?
You can see it on the sides there. It's 6 to 8.
Oh yeah.
Wumbo. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Blink's actually coming back. He's had a few good runs in a row, and looks like we're actually going to see mid-game a little bit here. Wumbo has a lot of pressure. He's going to have to dig through a few pieces that are kind of ugly. He doesn't really have a down stack here, so he's going to have to. Yeah, he's not going to have any opportunity here to get through this. So Blink is actually taking the mid-game rounds pretty well if Wumbo messes up. So this is something to keep a note on as we go on.
We're seeing the DT cannon from both of them, which is kind of rare.
Blink's actually faster at pulling it off. I think they're both really similar speed players overall, but Blink actually pulled that one off a little faster. Wumbo did a little bit of a side four wide, and he's actually going to be experiencing a lot of pressure here. Not a huge combo to offset this. Actually, he's getting more than I thought he could out of it, so...
yeah, he's squeezing out every last bit of that. But that was an interesting thing to go for, the side 4 wide there. It was super risky. I think if Blink played it right, he could have spiked Wumbo.
Yeah, I think so as well. He had a little... I actually wasn't looking at his field when Wumbo was comboing that, so I don't know what Blink messed up there, but he must have messed something up. Let's see.
So, yeah.
Side 4 wide versus center 4 wide again. Looks like they actually had similar build speeds, even though Wumbo's going for the slower center 4 wide. They're both around the same combo level, so basically, and they both got a similar heights as well. So let's see
but
who's
Wumbo, he has good garbage. He can get a down stack there. So, as long as he gets good pieces for it.
have a square next, so...
No,
Actually,
he can down stack
nice.
it pretty well. Yeah.
Okay, huge combo. 19 combo, epic.
As you can see, like, so, in order to tell, you just take the lowest point of their 4 wide stack, and that's anything at that level. If there's garbage under it, that means that it's potential down stackable combo material.
So Winter Nebs in the chat says Blink didn't wait, and that's probably what cost him. So Blink, if you waited a little bit to use some of his combos to cancel what was being sent at him, do you think he could have survived?
Yeah,
combo?
definitely. So I think the problem is, since Blink practiced against me and he's faster than me, he was always starting the combo first, so he didn't have to worry about damage stalling, since I would have the garbage either way. But with this, since they're both at the same speed, Blink isn't leveraging stalling, so Wumbo has the clear advantage here, even if side 4 wide has the general advantage. Since Blink doesn't know how to stall, it's detrimental to how well he does versus Wumbo in a straight forward versus forward battle.
So it seems like the stalling mechanics in Puyo Puyo Tetris are a lot more complicated than other games where 4 wide is featured. So that's something that I have to look into and try to understand a little better myself.
Yeah, the whole stall game is just another layer to 4 wide. That with damage block games, which is I believe most of them, just the depth to 4 wide hasn't been as much, even though it's still not very deep. But saying that 4 wide has more depth isn't much.
Awesome continuation here from Blink. Great stacking there. Opened up the hole with a bunch of back-to-backs. It's going to put a lot of pressure on Wumbo here.
Wumbo with the misdrop, and he can't get pieces down fast enough to offset that.
That was a beautiful mid-game play by Blink.
So we're back to the 4 wide versus 4 wide here.
So we got kind of cut off earlier when I was first introducing the players. I just jumped right into it. So the Blink is the leader of the hard drop community, harddrop.com, which is where I guess it's the Discord of the harddrop.com is where a lot of this tournament, Salted tournament, I'm getting confused, where a lot of the match discussions taking place, a lot of the well, basically, there's a thread dedicated to it in the Hard Drop Discord. So Blink is helping out Salted with these Gatekeeper matches. He's doing the S League and the A League. And Wumbo is a veteran Tetris player that's been playing for almost as long as I have, maybe just as long or longer, 9-10 years.
No, I think it's a lot shorter than that because I remember seeing his Twitch channel description and it said 6 years. So
okay, 6 years then. So experienced veteran though, he's been playing this game on the console since it came out, whereas this tournament's being hosted on the PC version of the game. Actually, okay, that was a quick link from
like I'm sorry to keep correcting you here, but I think it has to be said that okay, so just pulling from that twitch.tv/Wumboties channel description, yeah. It also said that he started on TF, and actually, Blink, what are you doing, Blink? He stacks a little too high. He makes a huge tower, and
well, that was the same thing that Wumbo what happened on Wumbo's. So they basically traded rounds where they tossed it out. Yeah, Wumbo was Squirtle on Tetris Friends, and so Squirtle played Tetris Friends for a number of years, Null Pomino for a number of years. So he's been around the community, specifically Hard Drop, for a very long time now.
Oh, this is match point, actually.
Yep.
Wumbo trying to get the DT center for wide. Doesn't get the pieces, though. The thing with DT center for wide is that you need a lot of...
right in the center of his field. So this misdrop's is potentially dangerous because Wumbo is spiking out. Look at these nice donations. He actually wasted a T-block there, but he has another one in hold. Blink canceling that very carefully, but he's still under water pressure. I don't know if Blink can get out of this.
Yeah, that's a huge spike. That's game 9-15.
All right, congratulations to Wumbo. It looks like he is in the S League, confirmed with a Rooney. Left to see. Well, that's Salted. Who else is going to join him there? But great game from both players. Blink was. He pulled out. I think he did relatively successful against the 4-widing of Wumbo. He's gonna have to work on it a lot still, but
definitely not letting as many games slip as he probably would have before. And it's not only the 4-wide versus 4-wide games. It's actually the pressure of knowing that your opponent can side 4-wide, has side 4-wide at the ready. Because if Blink didn't know side 4-wide, Wumbo could just do whatever he pleased, but just the looming thought, it can be kind of worrying. Although I'm not sure how Wumbo dealt with it there.
Seemed like he wasn't flustered much. He had a few games where he kind of threw with like misdrops, but in a few games where he kind of lost he got overwhelmed in the mid game. But overall, he was really consistent, and his comboing was definitely a step ahead of Blink's.
Yeah. it just comes down to how much experience, because Blink only started wanting to practice four wide like a couple of weeks before. Actually, no, it's like 2 weeks before this, right? Compared to like I believe like almost the entire 6 years of Wumbo playing Tetris.
Yes, fair enough. So is this the only game we're doing right now?
I think so.
So excellent. So let's finish by talking about Salted's League, PvP or Tetris League on the PC version of the game. Is actually he has over 100 people actually that have signed up for this, and we'll see how many actually play the games to get placed. But linked in the chat, we're gonna have Salted link his signups. So if you guys haven't signed up and you guys would like to play, there is a lot of talent at your level guaranteed that you'll have a great time and you'll get some experience in the tournament. It's S League, A League, B League, C League, and D League. And the D League is open to anybody who is new to the game or anyone.
Yeah, there's no
that
limit on
wants
it,
to get more
so
experience. There's no limit, and it's just basically a good experience for anyone that wants to get their hand in. And going forward, I think it'll be a good idea. So we have me 0T. I'm trying for the A League. I'm going to play Blink eventually, and Garbo actually successfully made the B League.
Yeah, I beat
against
Salted
Gatekeeper
Bread.
Salted. Yes, which is a very impressive match, and we'll see how that goes going forward.
So is there anything we should say closing off?
Basically, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more streams. Not today, but we'll let you know in the harddrop.com Discord server.
What other noteworthy
when these
matches
are
are
gonna
there to
happen.
commentate? Maybe OPM?
Yeah, we'll see. They have nothing scheduled yet. OPM has to, as an Australian, has to try to make the times work out.
Yeah.
But I think we'll definitely have more streamed content in the going forward in this league. And hopefully, like you say, maybe a Mimia, Ali, or a Jumbo might join. So
yeah. Also, chat's kind of going wild here, and I just gotta say before we leave, if you want some high quality Tetris gameplay, go to twitch.tv/garbocan_.
Okay, shameless plug from Garbo. But it also I do Tetris VOD reviews on my channel. So.
Yeah, actually, those are very useful. Those are very useful. Okay, so I actually improved a lot from Zero T's advice. Pretty much how it works is you send in a video, kind of just private YouTube or whatever. I think he prefers YouTube, but you can do a Twitch VOD too. And he actually goes and reviews it and tells you where to improve and all that stuff. So, yeah, is that just? Could you link it in chat actually?
Yeah,
because
I'll link my channel in chat, but in a couple hours from now, maybe 2 hours from now, I'll probably do a VOD review so you guys get an example of how that goes. So thank you, Salted.
Wait, who's that on? Who's that on?
I am 0T, and this is Garbo, and we'd like to thank you guys for watching, and we're gonna sign off.
Yeah, all right. See you guys. Salted end the stream.